all of the articles that talk about saving for retirement tend to skip over one important step. Saving is not the same as investing, and if it's retirement focused, you need to do both. You cannot just save your way to a good retirement. In this video, I'm going to break down what the difference between saving and investing is, how you can do it, and how to get started even if you're not really sure that investing is a thing you can do. We hear it all the time. Save for your retirement. You have to save for your retirement. Millennials should have this much saved for retirement. All of that stuff is really great, but saving isn't the only thing you need to do. And all of those recommended guidelines, like you should save 1 times your salary by the time you're 30, are really a whole lot easier to hit if you're investing, not just saving your money. When you're saving, you're putting money into an account. That sounds so simple, right? Like there's no way that anyone needs a definition of that, but it's important to define because when you look at it in terms of saving versus investing, the savings part is the easy part. It's the part we all understand. I put money into my RRSP or my TFSA in Canada, or my 401k or my IRA in the States, and I think, okay, I've saved that money, it's saved for retirement. I did what I was supposed to do. And that's true, that's 100% true. But putting money into an account does not necessarily mean that you're investing it. And so those two things are really important to distinguish. Those retirement accounts with all of the acronyms like RRSP and TFSA and 401k are only accounts. They're the exact same as your savings account at your bank in that when you put money into them, unless you've said, I want to invest this money automatically inside that account, no like investment fairy is going to come and invest it for you. You need to do that, and leaving your money sitting there is just saving it. It's not investing it. What you can do, and where all of those accounts do differ from your savings account, is that they offer you some tax benefits when you invest your money in those accounts and when the money grows, because when you invest your money, it tends to get bigger over the long term. So to invest in those accounts, you really have to look at what are your options? So if it's a workplace plan, usually your HR department will be able to tell you, these are the different investments you can choose within your workplace savings account, because that's all these are. They're just accounts, and you need to pick the investments that they get invested into. If it's a self-directed account, it's the same thing, but you have a whole lot more options, which is a great thing. If you have a personal RRSP or a TFSA that you're using for retirement savings, you can set up those accounts anywhere. Think of it this way. If you had a savings account at one bank and you said, I want to move my savings account to a different bank and move the money into a savings account at my new bank, you could totally do that, right? Like it's still a savings account and it's the exact same product, you just move your money. It's the same thing with registered accounts. So if you have an RRSP in one place and you want to invest it in an RRSP at another place, you can move it. That's the exact same thing. It's exactly the same as moving a savings account from one place to another place. The reason that's important to know is that there are some really good options to save your money in RRSPs or TFSAs that make investing a whole lot easier than you think it's going to be. I'm talking about robo-advisors. So these are tech companies that automate your investing and that give you kind of a balance between the low cost that you really want on your investments, and they just try to match the market. They're not trying to be the Wolf of Wall Street and beat the market, because if you read the research, beating the market is not a claim you should trust from anyone. So if you're looking at investing your money, it really is as easy as opening a new account, so a TFSA, an RRSP. If you're opening one of those accounts, you can do it with the robo-advisor, put your money in, and go through the steps that they recommend, and they'll invest it for you. So you are investing, and it really is as simple as signing up for a new account somewhere. So if your money is sitting in savings inside one of these retirement accounts, and you know you're going to be spending it on your retirement, so you don't need it in the next 10 years, it is really important that that money be invested today. It is a pants on fire emergency if you have been saving and saving and saving and doing what you're supposed to do for your retirement and it's not invested, because you're losing money every single day it's not invested. Plus, over time, you'll start to see that the percentage of investment gains in your account is making up a bigger and bigger portion of your savings. You can count the total as, your retirement savings, but over time, the part that you put in gets less and less, and the part that your investments are taking care of gets to be more and more. So for me personally, I've been saving for retirement and investing that money for about 3 years now. My investment gains in that account are almost a full year of saving that are on top of the amounts that I put in every single month. So let's say I've saved this amount, my account's up here, which I think is pretty cool. And I think it's something that everyone should want, because when you see those horrifying savings goals of you should have X amount saved by this age for retirement, it's a whole lot easier if you only have to save part of it and your investments can handle the rest. Plus, the longer you're invested in the market, the better your returns will be over time. Check out any compound interest calculator you want. I'll link to some of my favorites in the description, but honestly, compound interest is like this amazing, amazing force that you want on your side. So invest your money. It is not as hard as you think it is. And if you're just saving for retirement and not investing, that is a huge priority that needs to be on your list to address this week. Do it now. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not kidding. You got to do it. Last but very much not least, if you're still on the fence of I don't think I can do this, investing doesn't seem like it's for me, it all seems too hard, I'm going to put a link in the description for a free 5-day course that I designed for exactly you. It is literally to take you from I know nothing about this all the way to I understand my options and I know how to start investing my money in a way that is accessible to someone who just started learning 5 days ago. So that course is going to be linked in the description. Go grab it. And if you're on the fence about investing, again, was I clear enough that you have to start investing? Because you totally have to start investing. While you're down there by the description, I'd love it if you could leave me a comment about a question that's still on your mind or something that's still stopping you if you're not investing yet. And of course, while you're there, I would love it if you gave this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you liked it.